Hey guys, Jesus here, bringing you another vlog video. Last week I put up one of these and I asked you guys to post some questions to me about some stuff you'd like to know, because I was so bereft of any kind of idea myself for a vlog video. And I let it ride for about a week, let some comments stack up, and I got a pretty decent response, so here is my answers to your questions. Now, me being the, having the memory of an elephant, an elephantine memory that I have, I've got my little cheat sheet here. So first up, we've got the Bros asked me what my favorite game is, which really made me think. Like, I mean, my default, I was like, oh, Zelda, totally, Skyward Sword, I fucking love that game. But I really had to stop and think about it, like, that's such an easy answer, though, and I've thought back in my entire video gaming career since I was like 8 years old, and I think the game that I have played and enjoyed the most throughout my entire life has got to be Final Fantasy VII. Without a doubt, I started playing that game when I was like 12 years old, and I didn't stop until my PlayStation 2 broke a couple years ago. So yeah, definitely that would be the answer to that, with like Skyward Sword and Ocarina of Time and Smash Brothers being a runner-up for second. I hope that answers your question. Next up, we've got a question from a friend of mine, Manny Bianco, who asked what my favorite movie or movies were. And I gotta give it up for Clerks being my favorite movie, directed by Kevin Smith. It's an early 90s movie. Just about anything that Kevin Smith's done, I'm a huge fan of. Probably mix and match it as my top movie. Star Wars, obviously, is a great series of movies that I'm a big fan of. What else? I don't know, I'm a big fan of Darren Aronofsky films. He did Pi, Requiem for a Dream, more recently Black Swan, what's that movie? The Fountain? Yeah, I was about to be like, what's that movie about the Fountain of Youth? Is it The Fountain? Yeah, anything really by Darren Aronofsky. He's a great director as well. None of his movies make any amount of fucking sense, but still, it's great. Who else? Simon Pegg and Nick Frost, Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, all great fucking movies. So I hope that answers your question, Manny. Manny has another question here. What was my first game that I ever played? The first game that I ever played was, I want to say, Super Mario Brothers for the Nintendo, the Mario and Duck Hunt cartridge. I'm not sure. It was one of those, like, it was either that or the original TMNT for NES, or, you know, original Legend of Zelda. It was one of those three. It was an old NES game. I got it when I was like 7, or so. It was like almost 20 years ago, 18 years ago. I'm sorry if my memory's a little fuzzy, but yeah, one of those three games. The old ass NES game was my first game, Manny. Moving on, we got a question from Tweeny Todd. Why gaming? Or why video games? I'd like to answer your question with a question. Why not? No. I just always was a big fan of video games growing up. Like I said, I got an NES when I was 7 years old, and there's always been a system in my house ever since. From there, I got a Genesis when I was like 10, and then I think after the Genesis, I went like directly to a PS1. I don't think I had any kind of system in between. Like, I didn't have a 64 or a Sega Saturn or a Dreamcast. I think, yeah, I went right to a PS1 after the Genesis. And I had that for a while, and then I got a GameCube and a PS2, and the times were good. And then the GameCube busted, and then I had the PS2 for a while, and then my girlfriend got the Wii, and that's been my main system ever since. But, yeah. So yeah, gaming has. I forgot what the question was there for a second. I'm like, oh fuck, I led myself way too far off here. What was I talking about? But yeah, that's pretty much why I game, because it's been in my life for so long, and it's just something that I enjoy doing. And I'm gonna finish it up here with one more question from my good friend Woe Gunner, who asked me why YouTube. Basically what got me started putting up videos to YouTube, which is a two-part answer. First, when I started my channel, it was right around the time that Skyward Sword came out, and I had gotten it, beaten it, and started just beating the hell out of it. You know, hero mode, trying not to get hurt, you know, doing everything as fast as possible. A friend of mine was doing a speed run of Ocarina of Time, And he did everything. He just blew through the game 16 hours, and I was like, I could do that. I could do you one better. I could do that and do everything, collect everything. So I did 100% speed run. And he was like, you probably couldn't do that with the newest Zelda game. And I was like, oh, watch. And not only will I show you, I'll show the world. And so I did. I got Skyward Sword done in like not even 20 hours. I think it was like 19 hours, 50 minutes. And then after that, I just was like, you know, am I still going to even do other games? And my life is really boring, so I was like, might as well, it's something to do. And I actually started getting a surprising response from, you know, it was mostly just friends and relatives at first, but then I'd start getting random messages and comments and subscriptions from people I'd never even met before. And it's really been an amazing experience for me the last 8 months. And especially when I get comments like from people just saying that, citing a section out of one of my videos and saying that, oh man, I couldn't stop laughing, or that was just hilarious, or this and that, because I've always tried to make people laugh ever since I was a little kid, and it's just great to know that I can make someone laugh halfway around the world just by playing around on a video game. It's a really, really amazing feeling for me, and it wouldn't be possible without you guys. So I'm going to end this vlog video by saying thank you for all that you do for me. And if this is something you'd like to see some more of, if you've got a question that you asked and I didn't answer in this video, or just have a question you'd like to have answered, go ahead and leave it down in the comments. And like I said, I'll probably make this a weekly thing. It's probably going to come up on Sunday, so we'll just do it on Sundays for now and see how it goes from there. So, till next Sunday, thanks for tuning in. Be sure to like and favorite the video if you enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought and your questions down in the comments section. Feel free to subscribe if you haven't already, and as always, thank you for watching.